welcome to another series of IFM Podcast. We are here today with Muhammad Ashraf, the CEO of Amanah Institute of Islamic Finance and Economics based in Germany. Today we will be discussing the German Islamic finance landscape. Ashraf, thank you so much for being with us here today. Now you've written a book exploring the dynamics and opportunities for Sharia-compliant finance in Germany based on a very comprehensive study. Very briefly, could you share with us the key highlights or findings about this study?
Okay, thank you very much, first of all, having me. It's my pleasure. Um, this book has two main objectives. One is to understand and find opportunities for Islamic banking and finance in Germany, and other one is to compare it with the other European model, which is UK. The main findings from the German market perspective is overwhelming majority of Muslims, they are interested to engage with Islamic banking and finance, and uh, two-thirds of Muslims are even willing to switch from conventional Islamic banking. And the Muslims living in Germany, they find that there is a lack of Islamic products and services. We should remember that this study was conducted between 2015 and 16, and in the middle of 2015, the first Islamic bank, which was KT Bank, was opened in Germany. So, in this, as far as the preferences of Muslims concerned regarding Sharia compliant products and services, they would like to have saving accounts, mortgage financing. So these are the mostly like products wished by the consumers in Germany.
Now, this, of course, is very interesting findings. You're saying that there is an overwhelming demand, strong demand for Islamic finance in Germany. So my first question, even before that, is what prompted you to actually study Islamic finance demand or to explore the Islamic finance landscape in Germany of all places in Europe?
Well, thank you for an interesting question. First of all, the population segment is the main reason. If you ask me the number of factors, the first factor is the population, because Germany do have 4.77 million Muslim population, which is approximately 6% of overall population, according to research by Pew Research Center in 2015. So these are the official figures from Pew Research Center. If we look at the current population, so approximately we do have 6 to 7 million, because in recent last 2 years, approximately 2 million Muslim migrants came to Germany as refugees. So this is one factor. Another factor is the existing Muslim population have approximately 15 to 25 billion assets which they have deposited into German financial institutions. So these are the two from within the region from the Germany. Another important reason is in last several years, many investors from Middle East, they have invested a lot of money in Germany in real estate sector. For example, investments in Frankfurt and in Munich, approximately 800 million in real estate in 2016. Then Qatar Islamic Bank purchased real estate of approximately 430 million in Germany as well. And similar, in 2008, there was another investment by Paramerica Real Estate. They bought Munich Mall in 160 million in 2018. In 2008. So these are some of the factors which shows that there is a demand in Germany, and so that was my motivation to go for and analyze and try to unearth the factors which can play an important role for the success of Islamic banking in Germany.
So a few things that you mentioned that I think is worth highlighting. One is the Muslim population, therefore there is demand, and I assume for retail banking products. And at the same time, we are seeing international interest in Germany from Sharia investors. So from your study, where does the potential for Islamic finance lie in Germany? Is it within the retail sector, corporate banking? Is it the investment side, the capital market? Where does the potential lie?
Okay, another very interesting question from you. I believe there are two aspects of this potential. One is the retail consumer side. For example, they would like to have mortgage financing, retail banking. Another one is the real estate investments for the corporate, because Germany is a very safe place in Europe to make investments, and that is why we have seen that several big names, they have already made inroads into German market. So I believe real estate and retail banking, and so these are two main areas. And of course, after after the referendum of United Kingdom, they would like to leave the EU. The asset management could be another important area.
So Germany would stand to benefit from Brexit in a way, yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we definitely are looking a lot. We're looking at a lot of demand, but in terms of supply now, at the moment there is only one fully fledged Islamic bank in Germany. So, and as you've mentioned before, there is a lack of products. Is the current environment conducive to meet this demand?
In order to meet the demand, and even to create demand, there are some things and some initiatives which need to be immediately taken. For example, from the consumer side, or and on from the supply side. For example, from the consumer side or from the demand side, there is a lack of trust among Muslims, especially I'm talking about among Muslims, to engage in Sharia compliant products and services. This has historical reasons. And from the supply side, Germany is a secular country, and there's no Islamic finance law or legal framework available. So, in order to fully cater and in order to fully engage with this promising sector, there needs to be a law that can back new products and services, innovation in product and services. So this is a very important challenge.
In your research, you've also compared the German market to the UK. So, looking at a very developed Islamic finance market such as the UK, and you look at Germany, where is Germany lacking, and is Germany, I suppose, learning from the UK, or what can it learn from the experience of the UK when it comes to Islamic finance?
For me, it was very important to analyze and seek the differences. And the most important difference, which my study found, is that in UK we have a very proactive role from the regulators, from the politicians, from the industry. On the other hand, in Germany, we do not have such kind of excitement, such kind of proactiveness from the regulatory side. I personally talked during my study one of the regulators, and they informed me and they told me that, well, we would like to have Islamic banking in Germany, but if you would like to open an Islamic bank or do some other activity, fulfill the regulatory requirements, and we will not create any hurdle. But we are also not in a position to come and to support, unlikely UK. So political role, for example, look at Gordon Brown. He openly at World Economic Forum, he said, okay, yes, we would like to make the UK the world Islamic financial hub, and they issued even a sovereign sukuk in 2014 as well. So, but you do not have such kind of statement from the German politicians or from the regulators.
So realistically speaking, the German regulators, they are not against the idea of Islamic finance. You know, they would not prevent you from opening an Islamic bank, like you just said. But without the political will to actually advance and facilitate this very unique proposition, realistically speaking, can Islamic finance actually take off in Germany then?
That's a very interesting question, and even it is debated among scholars. Yeah, I believe there is a support from the government side, but it's not proactive. So, if you would like to flourish, this unique proposition and find it as an alternative financial arrangement for a significant Muslim population, which is approximately 6 million now, and two other ethical based customers. The industry, especially the industry needs to build the image then because there is somehow negative perceptions regarding Islamic banking and finance. So this is one thing. Another, there should be appropriate marketing strategies to enter in the market, how you innovate your products and how you bring the products and inform your consumers the perceived benefits Islamic banking can take off. So findings of my study is there is a demand for Islamic banking, but the success of Islamic banking and finance in Germany will be gradual. So it is not like that in next 2 years or next 5 years. Islamic banking is going to be developed like UK. So it will take some time, and it depends how financial institutions they are going to market their products and services.
Now, you talk about perception, and I think this is true in any country, that the awareness and perception about Islamic finance plays a very important role in advancing the sector. So there is definitely a lot of demand from the Muslims in Germany. But what about non-Muslims? Do they understand, or are they receptive to the idea of Islamic finance?
If you talk Islamic banking and finance among educated German people, they believe that this could be a good alternative system. For example, I earlier mentioned some ethical based customers, and so they find it the prohibition of riba a very important element of financial system, and they do believe that elimination of riba from the financial industry, and it has caused several problems for the financial and global stability as well. So if we look at overall the German population response towards Islamic banking and finance is positive, so there is no as such reactionary approach to it, or they are not opposing it. So they are perceiving it as a value proposition, as a good opportunity. As far as the promotion and perception making is concerned, our organization, Amana Institute, we are participating in several conferences, workshops. We are conducting ourselves our workshops to give the message that this could be a good system, the ethical benefits inherent in the Islamic banking model. And we are also gearing up our marketing efforts to keep the message to more and more people in the coming months and years.
Okay, and I'd like to go back to the demographics. Looking at the Muslim population in Germany, I mean, since the 1960s, it's becoming more visible now because of labor migration patterns. But you've also mentioned the influx of Muslim refugees into Germany. Is that a potential market for Islamic banking? Because I'm not sure how it works, but are Muslim refugees allowed to hold banking accounts in Germany?
Yes, every legal person living in Germany can access to the financial markets. If you ask me that whether this new migration trend can impact Islamic banking in short term, I would say no. But in medium to long term, of course, yes. Look at the pattern of Muslims living in Germany. Majority of them came from Turkey during 1960s as what we call it guest workers into Germany as laborers. But now they have established their families. Their third generation is working and they're getting education. And we need to also understand the preferences of the earlier Muslims came in 1960s and 70s and the Muslims now. There is also a change in behavior. There is also a trend change in because the third generation of Turkish Muslims they are getting education. We have seen many doctors, engineers, and other professionals working and playing their active role in the development of Germany. Um, so these new approximately 2 million Muslims, they will be part of German society in coming years, and once they are integrated, then they will start looking jobs, doing their businesses, and of course, then they will be thinking over, okay, now we have access to finance and access to banking channels, whether we would like to have Sharia compliant or we would like to have the normal banking channels. So that will be the point in medium to long term when there will be an impact on Islamic banking, and I believe that more Muslims will be engaging with Islamic banking and finance.
Okay, thank you, Muhammad. Now, one last question before we wrap up. In your opinion, what needs to be done? What needs to be done to grow Islamic banking in Germany?
Thank you for having this question. I believe that there should be two important measures or initiatives. The first one is the financial institutions working in Germany, which are offering their products and services, they should try to reach more and more people. At the moment, not everyone in Germany is familiar with whether we have a full-fledged Islamic bank or some other asset management or companies or some insurance organizations in Germany. So to try to reach your message to maximum people. So this is from the financial institution side. And also create an awareness them, okay, there are different products and services available. On the other hand, there should be somehow a supportive role from the German regulatory side and from the German political side. So if we compare with the United Kingdom, uh, in United Kingdom, the advocacy of Islamic banking and finance came from a number of segments of society. Once from political side, then financial institutions, conventional financial institutions played a very important role to create awareness. Then from the religious segments of society, and there is need in Germany to engage the religious community and inform them the potential benefits of Islamic banking and finance, because they have a very close interaction with the Muslims during prayers and Jummah prayers. So these are some broader strategies which need to be done.
All right, thank you so much, Muhammad, for sharing with us the findings of this very fascinating research. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that was Muhammad Ashfaq, the CEO of Amanah Institute of Islamic Finance and Economics in Germany. Thank you for joining us, and until next week.